Now, I'm going to work through page 189, question 2, the candle holder. Now, on the candle holder, you can see we have a radius 40 circle, a radius 25, and passing through the inside of both of those circles is this line which we would call an internal tangent, and it touches the radius 40 circle at one point and the radius 25 circle at one point. We also have these two arcs, and we're going to have to do some construction to locate this centre point. We'll also do some construction out to find the points of contact for that internal tangent. So in front of me here I have my A4 page stuck on. Landscape now for this one. I have measured up 30 millimeters from the bottom, and I've put in this horizontal line along the bottom. I've then measured in 50 millimeters, and from there I've measured over 40, 130 and 25, and I've drawn two light vertical lines up. I've measured up 40 millimeters here for the centre of my radius 40 circle, and I've measured up 25 millimeters for the centre of my radius 25 circle, and I'm going to draw those two circles in here now. Now, if you want a quick recap as well on how to draw that internal tangent, look back through the video that you were working through previously with the two examples of internal tangents. Now, what I am going to go and do now, so if you imagine my internal tangent is there, I need to reduce my smaller circle until it becomes a point, and when I do that, my larger circle increases by the ratio of my small circle. So in other words, my large circle is radius 40. I'm going to add the radius of my small circle, which is radius 25, and that's going to give me the radius of a new construction circle, radius 65. So I'll go set my compass there now to 65. And I'm just going to draw a light circle there. It's only for construction, so it can be drawn nice and light. Now, so I have now increased the radius of my larger circle there by 25 millimeters. There's my centre point, which I'll call C. And I'm just going to work through the construction as if I was to draw a tangent from this point here to the larger circle. I'll call that point P. So, to begin with, I would join point P to the centre of my circle, like so. I would then bisect the line from P to C. So I'll bisect that there, like so. Next step, compass right in the middle where I've just bisected, set my radius to point C, and I'm lightly drawing in my semicircle, like so. Okay, so I joined P to C, I bisected the line, and I drew in my semicircle there. Next step, where my semicircle intersects with my larger circle, my construction circle, I will join that point back to the centre. And as you know at this stage, that green line is a normal. The normal is always perpendicular to the tangent. Where that normal intersects my radius 40 circle, that is my POC, my point of contact. Then I'm going to go get my sliding set squares, and I'm going to go parallel to that normal from the centre of my radius 25 circle, and I'm just bringing the normal down the way there. And I'm also going to label POC. And what I can then draw from both points of contact, and you can do this in HB, is your internal tangent. Next step, I'm just going to finish darkening in those circles. So I'll just need to bring a horizontal line across from the center of both of them. And then as best you can with your compass, just lean that a little bit heavier on it. And you're just drawing your circle from your point of contact just around to that horizontal line. So as best you can there, and you can go do the same then on your smaller circle. Like so. Now my next step then, just going to actually extend that horizontal line across, and I'm going to bring the very outsides of both of those circles up lightly. So we're going to work on those little arcs now at the top. So I'm just bringing the widest point of both my circles straight up there. Now we'll start off here with the smaller circle, the little arc at the top. So if you just look back to your book there, you'll see that the arc for the smaller one is 10mm high, and the little height here for the larger one is 15. So I'm going to just put in both of those now. From the top of the circle there, I'm measuring up 10. From the top of the larger circle, I am measuring up 15. And I'm going to bring a light horizontal line. Actually, you can darken that in. It's your HB pencil. Like so. And then we need to draw an arc on both of these. Now, my first step, I know that the center point of the arc is directly up above here, this center line. So I'm just going to extend that center line lightly up the page, the same over on the right hand side. So I'm extending both of those up. Now, I have 3 points on my arc. So if we work with the larger one here, then it's going to be the same thing over here. I have 1, 2, 3 points on the arc, the same on the smaller one. I have 3 points on the arc. If I join 2 of those points, I would have a chord. I'm going to draw another chord over here on the right. Now, from what we did earlier on in the year, if you have a chord to locate the center of the circle that the chord is on, or the arc, we bisect the chord. So compass at one end, bisect. And I'm just going to draw in my bisector now. But instead of just joining it to where the 2 arcs intersect, I am extending it on to where it hits this vertical line. And I'm going to go and do the exact same over on the right here. So remember, compass more than halfway, swing an arc from each end of the line. And we'll draw in our bisector. Now where this bisector intersects the vertical line, that is the center of my arc. So I will put my compass there. How do I know what radius the arc is? Well, I have 3 points. So all I need to do, point of the compass up here, set the radius to any of those points. Here's my arc, and I'll do the exact same over on the right. So point of the compass where the bisector intersects the vertical line. Set your radius to any of the 3 points which you now have. And you can put in your arc like so. And that will be the question complete.